The Chargers have now lost 2 straight after losing to the Chiefs this Sunday. And to be honest, there was a lot of good, but also there was a lot of bad from that game. But overall, to be honest, I am pretty happy with the way that they played and the fact that it was that close for that long with all the injuries that we had going into this game and Justin Herbert being triple injured for this game. But let's just get into the breakdown, starting with this offense, okay? Justin Herbert, I thought he played a pretty good game. He had no turnovers, didn't throw any balls that were at risk of being intercepted, and that is the first time that he has done that this season. Now, there were a couple times that he missed some guys. I went back and I watched the all-22 footage. He missed some guys over the middle. There was a big one at Hayden Hurst. There were a couple guys over the middle that he missed, so having that field vision over the middle is something that he kind of lacked in this game, but he was given much more opportunities to throw the ball in this game because I think the coaches, they probably knew that they were going to have to keep up with this Chiefs offense. So they wanted to be more aggressive on offense. But then also because when this game started to really get into it, they could not run the ball because of how often they were getting pre-snap penalties and really just penalties in general that would move them back. When your offense is so predicated on the run game, you cannot get behind the sticks like that, and that's why they were forced to throw the ball more than they were even expecting to in this game. And it throws everything off when you get penalties like that. You're not going to be able to sustain drives by running the football. Justin Herbert threw some great balls in this game, like that incomplete pass to J.K. Dobbins down the left sideline. That was dropped, but it was a beautiful throw, perfectly placed. And then also that touchdown to McConkey in the end zone, that was probably as good of a throw as you're going to see from him all year. That was special, man. And that catch, that was a really great catch as well. And speaking of McConkey, he had his best game of the season as well because he went for 5 catches for 67 yards and that touchdown. He had one catch go for 37 yards, almost went all the way on that one. The safety kind of took a little bit of a bad angle, but he did have the speed to get towards the sideline because, he had a lot of space that he was working with, but he is so shifty and he takes some really great angles against those defenders to utilize his speed. And he's pretty slippery too. I mean, it seems like every time he is catching a ball, he's just slipping away from a defender and he's getting some yak. And it also feels like every time he's catching the ball and slipping away from a defender, it's like the same exact animation from a Madden video game. It looks the exact same almost every time. But McConkey, he was the best thing about this offense, and they absolutely need to get him the ball more. Now, Quentin Johnston, he only had 1 catch, but they kept trying to get him involved in the run game as well. He had an end around that actually was pretty good, went for about 9 yards. He got more yardage out of that than I expected him to, but it just really wasn't working for him as a receiver, throwing the ball to him, because that's what you want to do with Quentin Johnston. I was kind of getting shades from last season on some of those routes that he was running because he was just not getting any separation at all. The one catch that he did make, it was a crucial catch late in the game to keep a drive going on third down and 8, and he got 9 yards. But some of those issues in Quentin Johnston's game, they're still there. Even though he does look better this year, he still has some work to do. Now, this offensive line, it was confusing to me because I don't understand this combination at all. I get Jamari Sawyer at left tackle. He was really good when Rashawn Slater was injured that one year. And Trey Pipkins at right tackle to fill in for Joe Alt. I understand that one too. But why the heck do you put in Sam MUSTIPHER at right guard, who was signed after training camp in a really important divisional game against one of the best teams in the NFL? What happened to Jordan McFadden? Wasn't he the guy at fullback, and now Scott Matlock is that guy? And wasn't Jordan McFadden also the second string guard on top of that? We were even talking about getting Jordan McFadden looks at center, and his future looked really bright with this team, but now they're starting a guy that they signed off the streets after the season started to play over him, and also over the other guys on this roster, like Brendan Hymas. They could have thrown Foster Sarrell out there at right tackle and kept Trey Pipkins at guard if they even wanted to, but they were insistent on putting Sam MUSTIPHER at right guard. I don't understand the decision-making on this one. Maybe he was just balling in practice. I don't know. I wasn't there. But what I saw from him as a guard who had 3 penalties and some terrible pass protection in this game was someone who should not have been out there. And his run blocking, it wasn't great either. Like, he was honestly just not very good at all and was clearly a weak spot on this offense. Another clear weak spot, and I might get a lot of hate for this, but this is just kind of how I feel now. Daiyan Johnson, he struggled really badly on offense. I'm getting to the point, man, where Daiyan Johnson, I think that might just be who he is. And I don't know how much he's going to improve from this point going forward, because he's got those same issues that I have been talking about over and over, specifically in pass protection. He's had those issues ever since his rookie year, and I've just not seen any improvement to his game. He does have some really nice plays in run blocking that, get you really excited, that you love to see, but those come just about as often as those pass blocking reps where he's getting beat by like a stunt move or he's getting bull rushed into the quarterback. And obviously this running game couldn't really get going because of the penalties, and also because this offensive line was like 2/5 of what it used to be. When you really look at like how many injuries the Chargers have and how bad the offense has been so far this season, it makes you look at this game and be happy that it was so close for so long. And the main reason for that is this defense and how well they played as a collective unit. And I feel like I say that every week now, but that is just the truth, man. That is a consistent thing. I thought the defensive line was playing really well for most of this game. They were able to stop the Chiefs' offense for like all but one play in the first half. And even into that second half, they were playing really well. But then they started to let up too many yards to Kareem Hunt on the ground, and that really allowed the Chiefs to pull away. They were getting like 5-6 yards a pop later on with Kareem Hunt. Poona Ford, though, him on that defensive line, bro, he is a menace. And for him to play that well against the Chiefs' interior offensive line, which is like one of the best in the NFL, that is really saying something. Khalil Mack and Tuli Tuipulotu, I thought they were also great, specifically in run defense. They were both very good, but also in keeping their pass rush lane so that Patrick Mahomes couldn't extend plays outside of the pocket. And Jesse Minter was really good in that area as well, scheming up guys. He was doing some weird stunt moves and blitzes, so it made Patrick Mahomes think, okay, there's a stunt move going on this defensive line, so I can go out and scramble outside of the pocket. But he would always bring one guy out towards the sideline so that they could keep up with Patrick Mahomes as he was going out towards the sideline. That is like some next level Jesse Minter blitz packages that he was throwing out there, and some stunt packages. It worked really well against the Chiefs. That's why they only had 17 points in this entire game. And if you take out that one broken play that Xavier Worthy had in the first half, they only had 10 points. That is a very good defensive performance. And then Kristian Fulton, he was great too, outside of that one touchdown to Xavier Worthy, like I said. But I don't know for sure if that was on him. Like, it looked like it might have been cover 4. And if that's the case, then Alohi Gilman should have been back there, especially because, I mean, the way Kristian Fulton was playing that, it looked like he was expecting help over the middle. But again, outside of that one play, he was awesome. This defense was awesome. And Kristian Fulton, he has been awesome every single week, both in pass coverage and run defense. And he also got that interception yesterday against the Chiefs. But he needs to hold on to the freaking ball next time. Don't fumble it, because that scared me. Now, the last thing I want to say about this defense, Junior Colson needs to come back as soon as he possibly can, because Troy Dye, he had multiple plays there where I said, okay, you know what? If Junior Colson was there, he would have made that play. Like, the one that I'm thinking about right now specifically was on that Patrick Mahomes rollout towards the right side. He fell for the pump fake. Junior Colson, he would have sacked Patrick Mahomes there. And also in coverage, there were a couple plays that, the defense, they are missing Junior Colson. But overall, I'm really happy with the way this team played. I thought they showed a lot of grit to go out there and only lose by 7. They were in this one basically until the very end. Justin Herbert had triple injury. Rashawn Slater was out. Joe Alt was out. Sam MUSTIPHER was trying his hardest to be the Chiefs' best player for the Chargers on offense. There were so many things going against the Chargers that they only lost by 7. This is absolutely a morale victory, and I can't wait to see the Chiefs next time. I don't know what week it is, but it's pretty late in the season. I can't wait to see them again and see how this team plays against them when they are fully healthy. Hopefully they'll be fully healthy. Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Rashawn Slater, and Joe Alt, those are 4 of our best players. We're not playing in this one against the best team in the NFL, and we only lost by 7. I'm happy about that one. I'm feeling good.